Welcome back to Sit a Spell. Sorry it's been so long since I've posted, but life has really been pretty busy lately. I'm sure you can relate when you've got children, a spouse, grandkids, and work. So I'm sure you're experiencing the same things going on, especially in this crazy world we live in right now. A lot of things have changed, and a lot of things have changed just since I posted my last video. But everything is cause and effect. We'll get into that. But again, sorry it took so long. Been extremely busy. A lot of family issues, not negative, but a lot of family interactions. We've had the birthdays, the graduations, the vacations, life changing situations. Kids, having children, or children having children, or in-laws or parents sick, or work related issues, whether it be your work related issue or your spouse. If you're single watching this, I'm sure you sitting there juggling as well. You got to have your work schedule plus your private life. It's hard. It's tough. Nobody said it'd be easy. I guess we always just boil it down to, well, this is life. But one of the things that we can do is learn to prioritize. And it's hard, but that's where we also have band-aids or temp fixes, or what we like to call preps. So preps is short for preparing. You can't prepare for everything, but if you're multifaceted, say the grocery store burns down, or there's a supply chain issue, if you already have some chicken noodle soup, or your tuna, or your hamburger helper, whatever, spaghetti, whatever food product, you have something that will carry you over. Same thing with, say, skyrocketing gas prices. Let's say a oil refinery goes down. Well, they use that as an excuse to jack the prices way up, regardless of the fact that the gasoline was already in the tank at the gas station. You figure that one out, you let me know. How the gas that's already in the tank underground in the gas station, how its price can skyrocket when it has not come from the affected area yet. That has yet to be delivered. But all of a sudden, the gas in the tank underground at the gas station has to reflect the price of the issue that just happened. I don't buy that. So that's where you would keep, say, an extra 5 or 10 gallons of gas in a gas can. And if you don't have the opportunity to do that, or the space to store that, say you live in a condo, an apartment, something like that, you can keep a small gas can in the back of the car or somewhere on the property. And if you can't do any of that, obviously do what's safe. Just act like the half mark on your gas gauge in your car, the halfway mark, act like that's empty. So you work it down to that point and then refill. So you're always going to have at least a half a tank of gas. So on average, if a car gets around, say, 300 miles to a tank, then do a little bit of math without using the squares and the circles of Common Core, just old school math. You have at least, say, 150, 125 miles that you can travel. So you can move from an affected area. Same thing with, I guess, maybe it's my generation, maybe a little older, but there used to be a thing called Christmas Club, where you could go to a store. Back in the day, it might have been a local store, or a small, say, the up and coming big store, Kmart, and open up a Christmas club. Over time, throughout the year, you could do like layaway. So that's just preparing for Christmas. That's just preparing for whatever. So say your father lost his job, you'd probably still get your shiny new bicycle or whatever, clothes, whatever it was, because your parents did the layaway. That's just a weird version of prepping. You're just putting away for something that you need. It's called delayed gratification. Something we all have an issue with, including myself. I'm human. I like my stuff right now, but it's not always possible. You're going through life anyway, so do little things at a time to offset something that could or could not happen. I had a family member that lived in Maui. I'm sure you are aware of what happened over there. Taking all the politics and the conspiracy theories and everything out of the picture. The people that it didn't affect as much were the prepared people. I mean, they probably, due to tsunamis or hurricane issues, possibly have a hurricane box or a to-go box, say like a tote, plastic tote. It's got some couple of days of food and water and extra clothes and what have you in it, and they can just grab it and go. Get in their car and go. But these are just little things that have been on my mind lately. Not little, I guess, as far as importance, but a bunch of little things that they gnaw at you. I'm sure you're worried about gas prices, and you're worried about food prices, and worried about politics, and who's going to jail for what, and the sentencing that's been handed down from Georgia to some of the people that were involved with the last administration, and the things that took place there around the day after January 5th. A lot of things going on. So there's a lot to worry about. Plus, if you have kids, you have to worry, are they going to do COVID? Are they going to bring that back? Are they going to have restrictions? Or is the mask mandates going to come back? What about work? It's just craziness going on right now, and you kind of do what I do. You're not actually not caring, but there's a reason why God gave us 2 eyes and 2 ears and 1 mouth. I do a lot of observing. I'm an analyst from way back. Uncle Sam trained me to analyze every situation, to think like the other side. I'm not talking about politics, but to think like the other side. So I analyze everything that's going on. Everything. I have my opinions. If you would want my opinion, you're more than welcome to comment. What is your opinion on X, Y, and Z? But I'm not going to force my opinion on you. But I have my opinions. I'm just a silent observer. I listen and I watch, and things that trigger your conscience or that little voice inside your head that says, hey, you need to worry about this. Don't you think you need to do this? Maybe you should fill up on gas. Maybe buy that extra can of tuna fish, or that extra pound of hamburger, or whatever it may be. Maybe we ought to get some more bread, because I heard this. It won't hurt you. It could only help you. So, anyways, having said that, I'm back. I'm going to try to be posting more videos more frequently. But I had a lot of good things happening this year as far as family and friends. I was not going to miss out on it. Not for YouTube, and not for work, and not for anything else. So, again, it all boils back down to prioritizing. Don't kill yourself for a job that will replace you tomorrow. You've heard that before. They would have you replaced before your obituary hits the paper. Remember that old parchment? It's called a newspaper. So, anyways, we're going to be going into some more how-to DIYs, some prepping material. Speaking of prepping, I follow probably a dozen people on YouTube because they have some pretty good information. And one that will remain nameless, he's a very popular YouTuber for on the prepping and preparedness side and all that. Um, I was within 30 minutes of his location one time, and I reached out to him. We're kindred spirits, both Christians. I reached out to him via email and mentioned, "Hey, I'm in the neighborhood. Would you like to do a? I mean, literally no more than 5 minute meet and greet. We could exchange personal information, our personal phones, personal email, things like that." And the reason why is because this particular YouTuber preaches all of the time to reach out and to communicate with other like-minded individuals. It doesn't matter whether it's politics, religion, whether no matter what your walk is in life, you tend to gravitate towards people of like ideas, like-minded people. But anyways, I was completely ignored. And I'm not. He's a busy man, I'm sure as well, very popular. But it was just an opportunity. Hey, you're in this area, I'm in this area. We can network. But that didn't frustrate me or make me think that I shouldn't still be doing that on my end, regardless of the do as I say, not as I do, that I kind of picked up on. This video has gone almost 12 minutes long, so I'm going to try to make it a little short because it's a "Hi, I'm back" video. But it was just an idea. I had a moment. Lord willing, I'm going to have more free time. So we'll get back into the videos. Continue to network with people of like faith, like mind, like interests, and build a nice core group of support. And it doesn't matter what it's about. It could be about religion. It could be about prepping and things of that nature. It could be about you guys like the same books. You got book clubs and things of that nature, hobbies and interests. But continue to network. The only thing that's going to carry us through these crazy times is your group of individuals that you're with. There is no such thing as this lone wolf mentality. That isn't going. It has never worked, and it never will work. You need a good group of core people, whether it be your local church or synagogue or whatever it may be. Book club, car club. You just reach out and make friends, and just remember this old saying. It's been going around for a long time, since say I think World War II. Loose lips sink ships. So if you're not 100%, if you can't personally trust somebody 100%, you don't tell them all your little life secrets. You don't tell them all your flaws and weaknesses and things like that. Get to know somebody. They'll gain your faith and trust, and vice versa. And once they've been vetted, the way that us humans vet people, through life experiences and things of that nature, once they've been vetted, then you're more than willing to open up, which is fine. But just meeting somebody of like mind at a car show or something, you don't want to tell them, well, I have $30,000 worth of Snap-on tools in a garage that doesn't have a lock on it. That's just an example. You don't do things like that. So, or I have a problem, say you've been having a problem with drinking. Let's say you were an alcoholic one time, and you don't want to start giving out your weaknesses to total strangers. Again, vet these people. Do self-reflection. But number one is protect yourself and your family. Look out for your family. Again, you have to prioritize. And that's what we're doing. And that's what a lot of people I know are doing. But there's so much going on right now. The news feed and what's going on in the world, let alone just in the United States, let alone the world, the whole world. There's so many things going on. You hate to see your money, your tax dollars that you work so hard, and then you turn around and pay your taxes, and then you hate to see the tax dollars going billions of dollars to X, Y, and Z, and then you see hundreds of dollars going to American citizens that were in crisis. So, anyways, again, we'll desperately try to not, what's the word I'm looking for? I might scratch the surface on politics, but I don't want to dig too deep into it because it is very divisive. Religion, politics, things of that nature. I'll scratch the surface on it, but I'm not going to divide with opinions or get this arguing going. That's not what we need to be doing right now, is arguing. There is a them and there is an us. And there's nothing wrong with being us versus them, because them are not looking out for our best interest. And I don't care what political party it is, what religion they are, it doesn't matter. It's all about controlling human beings. That's ultimately what it boils down to. And I'm talking about governments and things of that nature, whether it's American or foreign. So just protect your family. Look out. Continue doing what you're doing. Look out for number one, which is you and your family. All right. Well, again, it's kind of an odd video, but yes, I'm back. We will definitely be getting into more DIY, whether it be home or auto or you name it. We're multifaceted here. Again, I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. So I'll try to pass on some knowledge, and if you know a way better to do something, pass it back on to me. We're all here to learn, enjoy our time. Again, sorry this video went long, but I'm back, and once again, God bless, and thanks for sitting a spell.